So now here's where the real fun begins. We have only $50,000, and we have a huge area that we wish we could just, deforest and destroy, but we can't, unfortunately. And even worse, we are given all of our animals at the
Neuschwanstein.
forest zoo. Whatever. So we got 3 animals. We got a grizzly, we got a Bengal. Where are we going to put these guys? Let's put the rhino there and the grizzly there. We're going to keep it paused here. Set us down a little bit. We've got only drink. I don't know if drink machines are enough on this scenario, but we're going to try it. So let's bring that up to 2 and bring you up to 150. You only can go up by $1 on these ones before they are too high and people complain. Alright. We only got 50k, and I don't know if you can get awards on this. So what we're going to need to do, though, is staff education. Well, actually, what are our goals? Let's look at review that. We got 12 months, 6 exhibits, 85 happiness, zoo rating of 60, which is... Oh, we're at 42. Never mind. I was going to say, we're already there. We're not already there. I think zoo rating's actually... So I think 42 is the base, unless it's counting these animals. I know, I guess 0 would be there, if you didn't have these. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm rambling now. I know we need to make one for the grizzly. What do I want to do here? I think what I want to add is... Here, I want to... I don't know why I grabbed that tool. I can't use that... Stop using that tool, Nick! You're grabbing it like you can... Oh, no, that's a different... That's... Okay. Wait, why is there a... I guess a steamroller does level things. It doesn't add anything. It should be maybe a backhoe, but whatever. Bulldozer's different. Do we need to fund anything? I don't believe we do. Not in this scenario. I don't want to waste any money, so we're not going to do that. We haven't... Nick, you haven't done anything. Get to work. All right. So let's start out with the simple stuff. Let's get some benches put up, simply so that way our guests have somewhere to sit down, so they stop bitching right as we enter. Now, I did a test. If you put things behind, like, the emission booth, because you can technically put something right here, they're not really likely to see it unless it's, like, really big. So, because I was trying to put, like, these signs here and be like, oh, maybe they'll see it and it'll look kind of cool. They never acknowledged them, so I have no reason to believe that ever did anything. All right, so we got a grizzly bear. I don't think the grizzly can break out of the chain link fence, so we're going to run under that assumption. We're just going to bring it all there. It'd be simpler. Let's get a zookeeper and a garbage man. All right, we've got a grizzly. So what do we want to do with our grizzly? I think the guests actually get mad if they see him in these boxes. These boxes that heavily remind me of the ones from Madagascar, even though they look nothing like it. Actually, I think they sent them just in wooden crates. I don't know. Maybe that's how they actually send them. What does a grizzly bear want with his life? There we go. Now he's been secreted from the thing. Oh, look, he's happy. See? 80 happiness. We're good. We need fresh water. Well, first of all, he's going to want elevation, isn't he? Let's move you guys out of the way so our guys can't see you. And definitely get a gift stand running, because we're going to need money fast. Because we're going to run out fast. I don't know what to do with this area. I guess just real quick, I'll merge that so that way they can actually get all the way around there. Alright, so we definitely need some elevation for the bear. No, not that much elevation. Here's some footy hills. Nope, too much footy hills. Alright, now we can get him some water. Some water! How much water do you like? You like a lot of water. I think I played a scenario with you before, if I'm not, stupid. And I actually remember. Nope, don't want that. Now you want the carnivorous terrain, or whatever the hell this is called. Coniferous. Who the fuck is barfing right now? Who did that? Who did... Sir! Okay. Just so we know who this man is. Which reminds me. I should put this right here. There we go. Yeah, so he's got 100% suitability, and I did not get an award for it. So I think that the awards are disabled on this custom scenario. Alright. Man, that cost 15K to build. Wish we got a donation. I think we get a donation of like $10,000 or something once we put all these people in happy places. Alright. Well, he was probably one of the more expensive ones, so let's do the Rhino next. Let's just do it in chain link. I don't think that'll be an issue. Oh, a tiny rock. So we can give him a rock. Oh. Bear in the big hills. I was gonna... Can I put blue in there? No, I cannot. Damn. Alright. Nope, I don't want the spruce tree. Give me the rhino. Put him in there. Alright. You need to drink. Regardless if you want to or not. Alright, that's enough for you. And I think you literally all you want now is... Let's verify. Not enough dirt. Oh, no, you do want dirt. You want dirt, Savannah. Alright, let's put the dirt around. Let's make you a watering hole. Alright, I think that's all. And you're a hooved animal, so I think you're going to want that. Some tiny rocks. Oh, I just realized. They're not going to be able to get in there. That one rock is just so happened where it put it. Get in there. What bush do you like? What foliage do you like? You like the umbrellas. Excellent. Making progress. Oh, you wanted more, Savannah. Still want more Savannah. When I was a kid and I was playing this, I used to do it with this open when I'd make the things, not realizing this would not update. So I ended up like doing all this stuff, like, oh my god, like he wants his whole exhibit to not only be savanna grass but also normal grass. Like, what the hell? So that took forever. All right, 37 people, not bad. We're starting out well. I mean, it brings me back to that question: does diversity matter? I know it matters for rating, so we're already surpassed the rating we need. All right, so we got the Bengal tiger, which I gotta name this. Are you male or female? You're male. Okay. Gave it a reasonable name, I would say. I don't think they can break out of chain link. Oh man, this is gonna be a bank shot and a half. All right, how do we do this? So we're gonna want to go to like here. All right, wait, maybe let's start with this. We know this is gonna be covered. We don't need too big though. He's not. I bet we could just do like that and we'll be fine. Oh crap. Gotta redo that. I'm glad that undo button's there. Otherwise, I'd be so screwed when I do this. I just hope. I know there's one park we're gonna be in trouble with, where it's a park with a bunch of mistreated animals and they're in bad exhibits. And the problem is the exhibits are way too small, which means that we're gonna have to get them out of those exhibits immediately. All right. So we put new exhibit. Stop complaining. You're in a nice box. Are you complaining about the size? I don't know. Too much grass, rainforest, fresh water. All right. I know you want fresh water. Good. So let's do this. Nope, you don't want any more. Do you want dirt? Do you like dirt? Do you like to roll around in dirt? Are you a pig? Yeah, you do want dirt. Alright. Alright, so now you want the rest to be right. I could have just removed the trees there. That's why that option exists, but screw it. Oh, yeah, there you go. Just arrived. And yeah, we got an extra 10 grand. Alright, perfect. Well, not really perfect. Not enough rainforest. No, you don't want that. It's a perfect balance you want. Not enough shelters. Let's give you a wooden shelter. I think that'll make you happy. And then you like... I'm pretty sure I've made you like 1,000,000 times. I think you're one of the more popular animals I remember. So you like ferns. Rocks. Perfect. And, oh crap. There's just a bunch of animals at the front. Oh, that's not good. Oh, we got a saltwater croc. Oh, that's not the button I want to press. Stop it. Okay. Good. Everyone's looking at that going, it's just a bunch of caged animals here. Are these supposed to be like that? Don't touch them, alright? Look, but don't touch. Obviously. the great exhibit. That's how we know it's good. Man, Oh, wait. So, okay, where are we putting everything else? We'll put the crocodile here. He'll fit, like, perfectly right there. The zebra's got to go here, because they're going to need a bigger exhibit. So the leopard's got to go here. I like how there's, like, this little walkway, as if we could somehow get over there. Is this making it? I've actually never seen the backside of this. I always thought you needed a pathway there. So I'm glad I figured out you don't. We definitely want to extend this walkway to here. Bring it around. Bring it around town. And then we need to add benches, so the mentally ill people who visit our zoo will be able to sit down every 18 seconds because they realize that the things that are propelling them are hurting. Okay. I'm pretty sure the saltwater crocodile has... There's a lot of animals in this game that just have no strength, that just will never break. I think even the tiger is one of them. They just can't break anything. Because I know that this is going to be like a majority saltwater. I was actually worried about this one being a little bit harder. But it looks like we're good. Oh, perfect. So you want rocks? Can I give you like a sea rock? Oh, there's no sea rocks. You can put these over the water, which I never thought looked good. But then when you put them on land, they block things. So, all right. And then what do you like? Do you like the reeds or? Like the reed? Well, it doesn't really matter. You're gonna be happy anyway. I'm not going for 100% happiness. These are cheaper too. What's a reed cost? $60. All right, we love you and we want to keep you alive, Mr. Crocodile, but. I'm gonna name you. I'm gonna name you something. I don't know. I was hoping Count Crocula here would actually match with the exhibit, but screw it. I don't know what a good name for that. I'll think of one later. Think of one later and come back to you, Count Crocula. All right. So what else do we need? We need... This clouded leopard needs an exhibit. That'll be an easy one. I wish this tree wasn't in the way. In fact, I wish a lot of these trees weren't in the way. Some of my favorite money makers are not available because of that. It's going to screw up the symmetry, but worth it. $8. Because everybody loves the carousel. And everybody who's listening is going to hate it. Alright, so I know we can do the leopard for cheap. So let's do that. Let's pretend that piece doesn't exist. Let's not do that. Let's do this. I just realized there's no bathroom. Whoops. Okay, there you go. Yeah! Oh, crap! I built that at the end of the month, so I immediately lost that money. Damn it. Alright. Are you complaining? Oh, no. Perfect. Not enough rainforest, too much grass. I'm on it. Get you taken care of. You and your small-ass little den here. Oop. Damn it! I always do that, where I build way too much, and then at the end I have to, like, undo some of it, and I'm like, oh, I just need to undo the last tile I put down, and it's just, nope. Do you want water? No. Apparently you don't drink. What? I like to have a mate, like more rocks. We're getting a wooden shelter. A toy. I don't have one. And we don't have the funding to get you one. So, definitely need to give you rocks. Oh, guests seem to be very happy with my zoo. That means we hit over 90. Excellent. What's with all the rocks? Why do you like so many rocks? What tree do you like? Mangrove. I think there's another tree you do like as well. I think you also like the rainforest fern? Yeah. Just give you that. It's so much cheaper. I mean, the mangrove's $155. If I did that, I'd be broke. Oh, I can't name you. You went in there. Fine. Just name your exhibit. Just stick your hand in there. Somebody can't find food. Probably the crocodile. We've only got one zookeeper, but we only have one exhibit left to build. Oh man, this is going well now. Yeah, look at that, $236. Always a moneymaker, because you don't want to buy the elephant ride, because it makes children happy, but it doesn't make adults happy. It actually lowers their happiness. Oh, we got a lot of hungry guests. Crap. How do we solve that problem? I also want to put a gift stand, a second gift stand up. Well, we'll do that after we build the exhibit. Because we've got to get the lions here. Not the lions. Be better if they were lions. No, the zebras here. Happy. Put a park map all the way back here. You've explored the whole park. Oh, good thing I know where everything is now. Let's go. Alright. Guys seem to be very happy with your zoo. Well, that's excellent. We got 116 people, 29 bucks. We need to start making some of our money back. Because we're not making enough. I hope my decision to use chain link fences isn't going to, like, damn me later. Please don't bitch. We're the same type, not a freshwater. Okay, good. At least I don't have to worry about that. I've been curious. I bought Command & Conquer Red Alert 3, and although I don't like the campaign of Red Alert 3 that much, I don't really find it that interesting. Do you want dirt? No. I do like the challenge mode that they have, where basically you have to go around and collect all the vehicles that the game has. And I've been trying to think of like maybe I should do like a playthrough of that along with Tiberian Sun, and then I realized to myself, I suck. Heck, as anybody has seen from Big Wooden Shelter. Up here with more rocks. So anybody's seen me who's been playing Tiberian Sun, I'm not very good. Oh, you only want 2. Alright, well, satisfied. I think we've hit all the conditions. Yep. Alright, well that went extremely well. Now we just gotta keep the guests happy. And there's a lot of hungry people. Crap. But we got $16,000, and we still got people coming in, so... And that's gonna annoy the hell out of me. But we'll get over it. There's a lot of hungry guests, but not very many thirsty, so I think the burger stand actually has the bonus. Let's put a burger stand there. Put it at $4.50. Get a little bit extra out of it. And then we'll put a drink stand on the other side. $3. And we can move the... Oh, I should have done that. I should just move these. Because you can pick these up and move them, I think. Guess not. You can pick up him. I can't pick up a vending machine, really? Whatever. Just seems wrong to me. Alright, move the trees now. Blow the trees down. I don't need to see them. Alright, so we can do this. And get some extra benches. Actually, I can't even build the wooden ones. When were the wooden ones implemented? I thought those were the original. Do this. And that way I can put the trash can at the end there. Good. I like to imagine these are for families of like, do that. I like to imagine these aren't even people. I mean, technically, they're probably not related, and they're just sitting at the same bench. That doesn't happen these days. All right, 15,000 now. 151 guests. Man, doing quite well. Can we make any animals? No. All right, well, I guess just put it into staff education. What the? I'm gonna get another maintenance man. Your job is just to sweep. Keep the trash cans. Keep the trash cans good. Oh, $324. I just hope our vending machines don't go insane. Can I sell? Oh, I can sell the vending machine. See that? Ah, I can get around the rule. There we go. That's what I can do to get around that. I can't bulldoze trees because you can't sell those directly, but I can do it to them. Find an exception to the rules. That's all about what runs are. If you've ever seen people do like pacifist runs of games, it's all about going against the grain. I know that these can only handle certain amounts of people at a time too, so I'm hoping the vending machine is going to continue. I mean, even if it didn't, I don't think it's ever. I think its upkeep is like $10. Yeah, upkeep 7. Like it's nothing. So I'm not too worried about that. All right, but back here, what can we put down as a decoration? Oh, definitely put up some signs. I know those are like minimal happiness, but I think it's enough. And wouldn't you want an exhibit sign to be able to read, to tell you why humanity's destroying the habitat of these animals? I mean, come on. Everybody wants a guilt trip on the sign. Get out of my way, kid. Tiger's gonna fart on him. don't do it, Tony. It's not great. I always have to remind myself that sometimes it's not actually important to make the guests happy if the mission doesn't dictate it. I think the zebras haven't even eaten yet. Wait a second. There's a piece of grass there. Okay. What's my stupid zookeeper? Or did I build it too early? I did. I forget that once you give them the objectives. I forget that once you actually assign them the facilities, that it what starts happening is that they will ignore any ones they're not assigned to. So, all right. Where are you going? Going to trash can. The hell you are. You have your training. You know how to put the trash in a bag. I don't understand why this requires, you know, some sort of college degree. And then probably put a bathroom over there as well. We've got the money. We just can't fall below. So the other challenge I'm trying to do here is I also don't want to get the donations. I'm trying to avoid getting donations as well. And you'll get a $10,000 automatic zoo emergency donation at the end. 205 guests. At the end of when you fall below the first time you fall below $1,000. So we just have to avoid falling below $1,000. Like, we've got like still 6 months, just over 6 months remaining, and we've got only 12K. Kind of upsets me though. You can't get more animals after you get this, or it doesn't continue to give you animals. Because it'd be nice if it could just continue to give you them, and that they didn't count towards the numbers. What if this is supposed to be like a natural walkway or an artificial walkway that's blocking this river? You know, somebody in the design team thought of that. They sat down and was just like, you know what? This is artificial waterway that goes through it. Goes through this indestructible plexi fence, which is the same exact as this fence. Exact same one. Well, maybe not. Slightly different. It's the zoo fence. I remember there was a lot of cheats back in the day that kept telling you that you could, like, oh, if you do this, you know, you can actually grab the zoo fence, or if you type in this cheat, you know, to an animal, you'll unlock a this or that. I never got those to work. Not sure if it was a problem with me, or, like, I don't know. Compost, though. Oh, 850 already. That's because we got a lot of animals. There's 2 here, I mean, you know. Oh, 3. Got a baby zebra. You're gonna die out, you're gonna die out, you're gonna die out, you're gonna die out, and so are you. But these guys are gonna continue to procreate. One of the games, I was thinking to myself the other day, I'm like, I understand that you want to focus, you know. When you're constructing a game, you always want to focus on what the main gameplay is in Zoo Tycoon. It's building your zoo. In Roller Coaster Tycoon, it's building a roller coaster. But I always felt that it should just be Park Tycoon, where it's animals plus rides. You know, when you go to, because I've been to some zoos where it's also like a partial amusement park. Where is that? And I feel that because most of these animals, if you actually just go through their, I can't, but if you look at like their sound effects, most of the sound effects in this game are just taken from a stock library. I've heard these sounds before in other things, so it makes me think that's like you could easily 95. That would have been another award too. And one of the later missions we're going to be doing, we're going to need to get those awards immediately. But 2 of them are getting 100%, or I think it's 99%, but 100% suitability, which pretty good there. And the other one is get your guest happiness to 95. If you can do both of those immediately, tour guide training. Tour guide's an easy way to do that too. I love that. It's just the picture there depicts somebody just like, oh my god, everything is going wrong. You gotta help, and he's just going like, nah, we got it. Don't the zookeepers have tranquilizer guns when the animals escape? Chain link seems to be a very, very useful kind of fence, though. I know that when they each have a strength level, and when they deteriorate, it decreases the strength level, and if the animal strength is ever above the strength of the fence, that they'll break out when they have a chance. But if you look at the statistics, all of the fences actually have greater strength than any animal. Like all the tigers have 0. I don't understand. Like, same with the crocodile. But I think he has like 50 or something. This is like a 200 strength fence, and he's got like 50. Zebras don't have any either, so they can never break out unless the fence fully... Because when the fence is in the second stage, they can break out. When it's in its third stage, they can just walk out. So they have to wait till the third... all of them have to wait till the third stage. But I don't know what the level is. Like, does it, like, half it? Even if it halved it, it would have to, like... It would only... You know, if it's a 200 strength fence, he's only got 50 strength. You know, he needs this fence to be a quarter strength. So I don't understand why. I know this doesn't make Guess happy, though. If I remember properly... the Plexi does. But it's only guests that, you know, are in the, I think, a 2-block vicinity, so not really worth doing. And it's one of the most expensive fences, I think. Oh, okay, so the concrete wall is more than the Plexi. But that's it. And it's in the same category, so not like there's much debate to say anything there. At this rate, I mean, we're not gonna, I don't think we're gonna go under $12,000 unless I start buying things, so. 3 benefactors. How are donations doing, actually? Let's check. So Bear in the Big Hills. You know, he's not doing bad. You know, he's a semi-popular animal. Black Rhino, nobody gives a shit. Tony the Tiger, though. It's looking good. Alligator's always popular. Everybody loves the alligator. Yeah, so that's usually one of the first ones I make. Same with our clouded leopard. It's doing pretty well. Nobody likes zebras. Screw the zebras. 96 happiness. I mean, you'd kill for that in later stages. I don't know what I'm doing different. I think this is one of the more unfortunate... This is why I think that there should have been a speed-up feature, because it's unfortunate that you just get to these points in Zoo Tycoon where you're just waiting. Like, in this mode, I can't actually do anything. You know, I can't get any more animals. I can't really expand. I've done everything I can. I'm making money quite well. I mean, not a lot, but, you know, making enough money to be doing well, and they don't even give you the rewards either that you would normally get in other modes, so it makes me curious. I've attempted to do one of those playthroughs, you know, people do with like Pokemon Platinum, the randomizer, and I don't know. Not Platinum, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which are my 2 favorite of the remake games, because I feel like they encompass everything that, you know, people want out of a game. We want our... Let's just go through the checklist. We want our Pokemon to follow us, just like in, you know, yellow version. It's like, come on. It's like, that's one of the coolest features. The next thing we want is to, you know, is just the game to be an improvement over what already existed and to make sense. I mean, it's got every Pokemon in it, but... You know, every Pokemon that existed up to that point, I think it does, you know, but it's like, that's fine. Who's tired? Can you not find a bench, dude? Alright, is there anything else? I gotta add something. Just gotta be careful I don't spend more than like $1,000. Somewhere. Only 6 months left! God, it's gonna be like another 20 minutes of just sitting here talking. Man. Jenner, stop moving. Oh, I can't delete the trash can. I was gonna delete the trash can. Oh, nearly invalidated my entire playthrough right there. Woo! That would have been good, because I would have had to restart from the beginning. And everyone wants to see that. Everyone wants to see me rebuild the zoo again, even though I've played this mission like 1,000 times as a kid and I've figured out everything. When we get to the later scenarios, that will not be the case. Can I just have like a Spartan warrior that's in front of my zoo? And have like can I make a Coliseum in here where I just like, everybody has the grandstands around them, we just put people in there to sacrifice? Okay, maintenance worker, get your ass over there. You are still... What? And you saw that, right? He walked right through the zoo map. He walked right through my zoo books. The perfect publication for young readers. Stop it. If somebody goes through that bush, I'm ejecting them from the park. Because they're obviously some sort of wizard from getting through that. Oh, let's just put a bench there. No. There. It's gonna mess up the feng shui, but... Yeah, we have to make sacrifices in these times. Do we have any benefactors? We've got 8. And almost 300 people! That's pretty good. I think 500 is another award... Well, the problem is with the award system in this game is that there's only like... I think there's probably like 10 or 15 awards, but only like 5 of them actually have any cash bonus, and a couple of them are very hard. One of them is for breeding the endangered species, which, come on, that's not... There's a reason they're endangered, alright? We can't get them to have the sex. It's like me, it just doesn't work. 97% happiness. How? How have I done so well with this zoo that I've made this game boring? Anybody going insane from hearing the carousel over and over again? I wonder if these maps start where the developer left off, like they placed everything in the editor, and then when the game starts, just puts them there. Which would make sense, because sometimes you'll be in maps, and you'll just be in the corner over here, like zoomed out like this. Just randomly, and then you'll have to go over here and go, like, what the? And realign yourself. Sometimes you start right looking at the front of your zoo. I have no idea what triggers this. I don't think animals can die in 12 months, but I know animals can die of natural causes, or sometimes, you know, natural causes. Animatronic theater. It's funny that has an orangutan on the front, because that's an animal you can just adopt. Are you too lazy to adopt a real orangutan? Well, here's a fake one. It's really interesting when you look at the Disney resorts, because in the ones in the United States, they have majority of, mechanicals, and it's all about showing off what we can do practical. But the ones in Japan, if I remember properly, they are all about just using the modern technology of, like, I think it's probably even still rear projection, and all the interesting things they can do with that. And I'll be honest, I think theirs is partially superior. I love the expansion of practical effects, but I think that practical effects are only can go so far, because you know, like in Mad Max Fury Road. Yeah, the problem with Mad Max is, like, the locations they filmed on didn't really have any mountainous areas, so they had to CGI that. Obviously, the entire, like, fortress is CGI, the interior CGI, like, good chunks of the interior have CGI in them, and you just don't notice that because your suspension of disbelief is maintained. While in later, in other movies, what they end up doing is they never start grounded. They always just, they just throw things at you and just expect you to believe it. Or they use it to hide the fact that there is no, like the movie 2012. There's no story to that movie. We're going to go from set piece to set piece to set piece, and the CGI will hide the fact that we don't actually have a plot. So, I think CGI is excellent. It's just, the way we're utilizing it is very disappointing. And it's not actually... Let me check if my benefactor is actually benefacting me. Oh, $1,200. $1,000. I think it... Oh, geez. Wow, $2,800. I once had it... I think I had like 30 benefactors at one point, and he was getting me like $20,000 at the end of every month. It was amazing. So that's pretty good. $1,700 profit. I mean, it's not bad. We only start out 4,000 negative. So, we're still at 13. Doing well. Yeah, I don't know. It's just... It's a hard topic to discuss, because... I mean, I have not been a fan of the Jurassic World movies, because oh, jeez, I put some of them, like, perfectly wrong. I've not been a fan of the Jurassic World movies, especially not Fallen Kingdom. I thought Fallen Kingdom was like, well, what if we took Lost World and just made them succeed? Which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that I don't think it paid off in the end. I did not care about them being cloned. I mean, there's a good line from Jurassic Park 3, which is not... I like it as a B movie. Not necessarily as a a masterpiece, or even really a good Jurassic Park movie. But anyway, there's one thing I like about JP3, and it's got a lot of good lines, and one of them I like especially is, these are biologically engineered theme park monsters, nothing more and nothing less. And I appreciate that line for exactly what it stands for, in that these are not... We all know these are not dinosaurs. Alright, everybody who, understands anything about dinosaurs in modern day understands that these are not real dinosaurs. They were made by John Hammond and his team to be in a theme park. Nothing more and nothing less. And I just think that they even brought up that mentality in later later movies, in Jurassic World, flat out, they actually say that these are nothing in Jurassic Park is natural. However, I think that was just a nod to the audience of the understanding that, yeah, they're not really real, and not really an acknowledgement of the fact that they firmly were trying to make a stance on the fact that they aren't. Because they keep trying to do, like, they're alive, they are creatures, I completely get that. So, the humanitarian efforts, but Claire even says at one point that, did you want your children to grow up without dinosaurs? And it's just like, does it fucking matter? You grew up without them before, and let's be honest here, they're not here. What you're seeing is biologically engineered theme park monsters. Stop with the idea that these are real dinosaurs. They're real animals, and they're completely synthetic, but they are alive, you know? So I get that. That new Terminator movie just sucked, though. I just felt... I had nothing to do with any... I mean, the character... I didn't really feel like... I felt like there was too many, like, strong characters. You know, the lead female became a strong character. Her female protector was a strong character. Then you had the original woman from Terminator, you know, who played Sarah Connor, who was also a strong character. I'm like, a lot of masculine characters in this movie, you know? And by the end of it, I was just like, whatever. Like, you just know they're going to win. And then they actually have Arnie in there for some reason, who I thought was the most interesting. They hinted at Pops, as they called him. They hinted at him much earlier in the previous movie, the one that flopped. Or, I flopped probably ratings-wise, not money-wise. It probably made a crap ton of money. But the other one with the girl from Game of Thrones, they you know, where he like drew things out. It's like, you know, it's like, oh my, is he developing a conscience? No. He's just in his old age. He's getting creepy in his old age, you know, as they do. I just never, I didn't like it. It just kept going from set piece to set piece, where it's like, what happened to like slow subtlety movies with like T2 was fantastic. It was a slow movie. Semi-slow it starts out, where they're building everything up. They demonstrate what they're capable and not capable of, you know, and it keeps itself as grounded as it needs to be. You know, what does it say? Time travel's real. That's it. There's nothing else we need to say. Time travel's real. And, you know, it's like AI, robotics, all that stuff, like, we can have that. But you know what I didn't like from, what I especially didn't like from that movie was the nanobots. Although when I used to do a lot of writing in my high school days, I would put nanobots in there as like an excuse for like why you heal so fast, because I tried to make it more of a scientific explanation than just, oh, he can heal faster. But I never liked that idea, because nanobots are never, I don't think they're ever going to be what people think they're going to be, which is that there's these magical robotic machines that can do this. It's like, no, I think nanobots are going to be more biological than anything. I've been asking for a lot of commissions on DeviantArt just because I never did that. I realized that people do that for a living. You know, it's a service, and I'm finally like embracing it a little bit. And I'm kind of like shocked. I like how these aren't trees. They're under the trees tab, but they're not considered trees, which is actually kind of a good thing, because you want to be, when you're putting up decorations, you probably don't want to care about actual trees. You know, the Lorax isn't here. We don't speak for trees. Unlike corporations, trees aren't considered people. I watched Ad Astra not that long ago, and that was another one of those interesting. I felt like it was a combination between The Martian and Interstellar, and it's a very practical look at the future. Although I don't understand the practicality of what is actually happening. As at least the way I understand it, asteroid mining is probably going to be one of the most profitable, you know, ventures in the universe. You know, most profitable venture ever. There's so much rare metals in there that humans could benefit from, that the idea of not utilizing them is insane. But in that movie, it's like, oh, it's our moon harvesting operation, where we're harvesting things from the moon, and it's just like, really? Like, yeah, the moon has resources. It was hit with asteroids, you know, and it's itself a giant rock, so I imagine it's got something to it, but it just never struck me as as somewhere that you would definitely, you know, have tons of resources. You know, I mean, just go through it with like a vacuum cleaner. The plot was interesting too. There was a picture of Tommy Lee Jones where I think they actually took it from Space Cowboys, and he's just like, you know, I can imagine he's just sitting there just giving that classic Tommy Lee Jones, you know, emotionless expression, and I can imagine the guy went smile, and that's all he did, and it's perfect, just this blank expression. I'm like, yep, that's Tommy Lee Jones. Blue Fang tree. Although it won't tell you that it's a plane, which kind of upsets me. Although I like how it's a zookeeper in there. So we got this tiny area left here. And then we've really got everything. Did that guy just take a picture of the hedge? I mean, it's a good hedge. I placed it myself, I think. Yeah, guests seem to be very happy with my zoo. How many people we got coming in? 309, man. I was gonna say, what do we got? September. I got about, like, not including what's left of this month, we got about 3 months left. I think there are people probably complaining that the toy stand is not enough. Oh well, I fucked that up. Can't fix that. Can't delete anything, so I can't move anything back. Rainforest statue. Reminds me of Pitfall. I'd purposely, when I went through Pitfall, not break any of these things, because I thought they were too cool, you know? Interaction objects. You never want games to end as a kid, you know? You just want them to go on forever. I was watching a buddy of mine play Need for Speed, and the new Need for Speed Payback, I think it was, and man, does that game handhold you. Every single time it wants you to do something, it'll either automatically do it for you because you're too mentally ill to be capable of, like, do you want to do this yourself? Nope, we'll take care of that for you. Because we can't trust you. Can't trust you to hit the accelerate button. The controls are a little bit wonky, but man, it just constantly wrestles control away. It's like, I want you to go off this ramp. So we're literally gonna say, we're gonna block your controller inputs and just do the inputs for you. And it's like, man, what kind of game is this? It's hardly a game. It's literally, I was looking at that and I'm like, this is like the equivalent of Netflix, you know? It might as well just have a prompt that says, press X, or, you know, if you're still having fun, press X, and it just plays itself. I always feel that games should do 2 methods of tutorials. The first one is the Age of Empires. Just give you everything to begin with, but there's an entire learning campaign that's well voice acted, well made, and interesting to play. The second one is the Pitfall one, where all you do is, in just a path that you can come back to and explore further, you have just small on-screen tutorials that tell you, this is how you jump, this is how you kick. Punch that native in the face. It's like, excellent. Done. There's nothing else that needs to be done. Is that 15 benefactors? Hell yeah. So, just went through, what did we get? 3 grand of donations, but we were still under, unfortunately. But 3 grand worth of, that's because we did 4,000. We would have been almost $3,000 above. Basically, all of the donations would have saved us there. So, I imagine this time around, net income. We have not actually made back the profit of our video. However, I think we're gonna be just fine these last 2 months. Although, we get to make I'm gonna put some jack-o'-lanterns over here. Actually, I'll put them at the entrance. I'll put 2 jack-o'-lanterns there once we hit Halloween on October 31st, because you actually can build things for, I know Halloween and Christmas. I don't know if the 4th of July you can actually build anything. It'd be very funny if you could build something on, like, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. That'd be what a polarizing game this would be at this point in time. I don't know if I'm excited about Jurassic Park Dominion. I watched Camp Cretaceous, and it's a mixed bag, I'd say. It takes place during the... I respect the fact that it takes place during the events of Jurassic World. I completely respect that fact, because, in all honesty, if they would have tried to have done, this is during like, you know, before all the events, when we were open for the 5 years, or even worse, they do like an alternative universe thing where the park never had the Indominus Rex or something, I would have been like, oh. But I'm gonna try not to spoil anything, but it really didn't kick off with anything. You know, all the characters had that, you know, they all became human as the thing goes on, but they always start just like any movie, any you know, poorly made movie, where everybody has the one personality trait, you know. Just like, you're the overconfident one, you're the shy one, you're the one that's always, you know, you're the hip one, you're the you know, solitary one, you're the nerd. It's like, oh man, it's like horror movie tropes just dipping into everything. But even at the end, I just like, there were some interesting moments that just didn't really just excite me as I wanted it to. Okay. I thought you were supposed to be able to do this faster. I like how they can clean the trash can faster, but the animation isn't sped up, so to say it's faster, you know, is stretching, I think, the idea. This many people, and we're still at 96. 20 benefactors, though. By the way, did we pass every objective? We did. That'd be horrible if this ends and we end up realizing that, oh, wait a second. Never actually completed the game. I wish they could empty... One thing that Parkosaurus did that I liked is you could select when things did things. For example, like when the toilets need to be maintenance, you could select the minimum, so you didn't have to wait for them to be overfilled or, like, you know, like spilling out to, you know, to fix them. And I like that, because that means I could set them, instead of being 100... What the hell? What the hell is going on here? Where are you people going? God, we got stress. I need those pumpkins because we got mentally ill people. What are all my maintenance workers doing out there? How many have I hired? I've hired 3. So 1 person was actually in the park. Everybody else was out there. There it is. Purchase jack-o'-lantern. Put those right in the front of the park. All right. It's just sad that you just only get them during that point, you know? One of the faults of games like this, though, is just the fact that they, you know, it's like, yeah, they got a couple zoo items. You know, I went through the list of all the items they got later on, but it's not really enough, you know? They got only a couple items, probably only a few more scenarios. So it's just kind of sad to see that. It's like, I really wish this game would have had more support. But then again, you get games today which are live services, and they just they either shut them down or, you know, it just becomes a hacker's. I mean, they always become a hacker's paradise, but they just become abandoned, you know? And then once the servers go down, you're screwed. Have fun. Have fun trying to play a game like that, you know? You have these people reviving the servers, and the company's immediately taking people down, just going, nope, you're not allowed to have fun, mister. It's not why we made this game. We didn't make this game so you'd have fun. We made it so we'd make a profit. Completely different reasoning. I thought the gator was going to jump out of the fence. I wouldn't mind if he ate the kid, you know? It's not... That's his mother's fault for letting him go into my dangerous zoo. When we hit the dinosaur digs ones, we're going to be definitely into that. Only $2,000. You can lose benefactors too if your guest happiness tanks too hard. You'll start losing benefactors. I wonder how that system works, but I imagine it's very simple. Having, you know, being that my profession is coding, I can tell you, you know, without a doubt that you know, your existence as a coder is just ensuring that everything is as simplistic as possible, so that way it never not works. It's funny how sometimes this works and this doesn't work, you know? The center food court's really nice until you expand way too far out. But it's... I wonder if some people, like... Do people come in hungry? I thought that all their stats would be filled when they come in, but I guess not. Do you have a comment on my pumpkins? Yeah, see? That's nice. They did a really nice job carving that pumpkin. Hell yeah, we did. We threw it in our grizzly bear exhibit, he slashed it, and that's our jack-o'-lantern for the year. Reminds me, I gotta go pick up some pumpkins and carve them this year. I love Halloween, it's my favorite holiday. My least favorite holiday is Christmas, which apparently, according to the online poll I saw, is just very common for people of my age. And just like, they're like, yeah, millennials, they don't like Christmas. Absolutely understand. It's the most oversaturated holiday of the year. I mean, it's the only holiday that bleeds into every other holiday. In July, you'll hear people going, but it's Christmas every day. It's like, get away from me. Reminds me, my friend showed me that Facebook page of you know, the Christmas. I think it was called like Christmas in July. And there's people putting up Christmas decorations. Well, first of all, never taking down Christmas decorations, but more importantly, putting up Christmas decorations, you know, in places that it shouldn't be. And it's just like, that's ridiculous. You know, you should not be putting up decorations that... I mean, the funny thing is after all this, we're only at 16,000. It just shows how not having enough rides and diversity really does affect your zoo. Because this is why I like having the warthogs, because you just keep selling them over and over again and making profits off it. Because otherwise, if you're an idiot like me and you don't really know how to maintain a proper income, you know, look what happens to you. It's like all this time, and yeah, we put a lot of things down, don't get me wrong, but you know, we're only $4,000 above where we were. Hardly enough to make a new exhibit. It's gonna really suck. I think the next one is the one where you have to put in the Arctic Wolves, and the Arctic Wolves require like 5 to be like happy. And with that comes a much larger exhibit, and they require snow terrain, which is the most expensive terrain you can have at I think $100. Yeah, so that's 100. Water's 30. Saltwater's 60. Deciduous and carnivorous are up there. The asphalt's cheap. I mean, it's cheap in real life. It's the most recycled material we have. 40, 70. I don't understand why these are not in order. These should be at the bottom, absolutely. That's how all the menus work. But these should be really sorted numerically. Yeah, I stopped playing Pokemon games after X and Y. I played them and I thought to myself, wow, this is like no different than, besides the gimmicks, this is no different than like Pokemon Red. It's like, oh, it's 3D now, and I'm like, this game doesn't benefit from that at all. You know, the animations are very similar to the animations I saw in Pokemon Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness. And that's if they even have a unique animation that isn't just moving the 3D models. So it's like, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, are we really, oh, 19,000. What did we get out of the benefactor? 6,000. See, that's the power of benefactors. Give it enough time, we can get up there. We can easily get there. So now we're getting there. But anyway, yeah, I've hated it, you know? I thought Heart Gold and Soul Silver was the literal peak. And everything since then is just like, it's just them, like, you know, going around the drain. It's like Call of Duty, you know? How many times did we innovate? Like, 3 times. We invented the series, then we just kind of said, you know what, that's good enough. We're just going to milk the Zombies franchise, which I'm not even calling them Nazis anymore, which is fine, but, you know, make them, you know, we're not in Germany anymore, but it's like, make something out of it, you know? I really didn't like the zombie games that gave you these overcomplicated objectives, simply because the fact that they didn't give you, like, oh, this is how you do them. It's like, the whole point of, I don't like the idea I have to look up a Wikipedia article just to figure out what in the hell I'm supposed to do. You know, it's like, because surviving waves of zombies isn't really fun on different maps, you know? It's like, you get bored of it after a while. It's like only playing Team Deathmatch. It's like, yeah, I can see people that absolutely love that, but I'm a man of variety. I want to play Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Demolition, Sabotage, you know, sometimes Free-for-all, Search and Destroy. It's like, I want to play all the game modes, you know? I'm not overly good at any of them, don't get me wrong. I'm not very good, but man, this fence is like not decayed this whole time. This was a much better purchase. I never really got into Warzone either. I don't really like those modes at all. You know, there's online-only mode. Online-only mode, well, I guess they're all online modes, but there's like online-only modes that really stress, you know, the teamwork. It's like, I just like to goof around, you know? Like to run around and play, and it just, I don't know. I'm looking for that Battlefield game, and I'm really excited that Cold War has skins for like a PT boat and a, I forgot what the other vehicle was that I saw. Oh, a Hind. And I'm like, I'm holding out hope that those aren't score streaks, which was funny because the article I was reading did not refer to them as kill streaks, but score streaks, and I prefer score streaks because, let's be honest here, if I'm destroying people's equipment and taking out and holding the objectives, why don't I get the same treatment as a kill streak? You know, I'm one of those people. But it's like, I'm really holding out hope that, because Battlefield 5 was one of the most, I tried to make a review on it and I just couldn't. It kept changing, and I just gave up on it. I'm like, I ended up writing about like 20-page script, going through every single feature, but they just kept changing everything, and eventually I just gave up. And now that it's over, I could go back and, you know, find that script and revamp it. But as of right now, it's like, you know what? It's not really worth it. Fallout 76 is kind of the same way with the Bethesda purchase. Well, ZeniMax technically from Microsoft. I don't think Microsoft's released crap before, you know? They've released garbage stuff. I mean, look what they did to, what is it? The people that made Banjo-Kazooie, Rare. You know, they ended up being like, hey, you know what you're going to work on the rest of your existence? Games for the Kinect. That's that spy camera that we put in your house. It's like, yeah. You know? Wonderful. It's like, no, they've released tons of garbage. So I don't think that them being purchased by, you know, by Microsoft really means anything at all. What I'm hoping it means, though, is that they get the funding they need to fix the damn engine that they've been using since Fallout 3 and probably earlier. It's garbage. I hate it. It's got physics problems out the ass. It doesn't scale very well. Fallout 76 still looks like an old-gen game, you know? The texture fidelity is terrible. Oh, there's Santa. Oh, I missed the holiday. Damn. Could have put tons of holiday trees. But I'm happy we got up to over $20,000. Go, Santa, go. You can make reindeer. In fact, we're going to be doing that. We're going to be doing that optional objective the next mission. Well, I've only got 2 days left. We've talked about quite a bit, though. This is a crocodile. Respect it, or we will feed you to it. And then we win. At 23k above. You know, I'm happy. I really am. Because I used to always have to take that $10,000 donation on all of these missions, but I'm happy that we didn't need to do that. This zoo actually ran quite well. And it's sad that that will not be happening on the later missions. Oh well.